Hey, what's up guys? Alex here in Toronto's North York Borough, here at the intersection of Yonge Street and Sheppard Avenue East here in the Willowdale neighborhood. This neighborhood has seen a lot of development rising up from the 2000s all the way up to the late 2010s. These condos were put into place in 2016. And they both replaced two plazas which face each other on both sides of Yonge. Anyway, I just got out of the subway. It is rush hour here on Sheppard Avenue. Today being Thursday, November the 16th, 2023. And it is 4:34 exactly. And it is 10 degrees Celsius. And I could not tell what supercar that was. Alright, so it's been a while since I've filmed a walking video along this part of Sheppard, as he decides to like rev it up. Alright, I guess. I can't remember exactly the last time I filmed along this part of Sheppard. It might have been over 2 years ago, where I walked from Bayview to Yonge, and now I'm doing it in the other direction. So let's just see what's up. Even though I've actually came here like on occasional times, but it was just mainly to film some elevators, because this stretch is like mixed use. You got like residential, like typical North York homes on the right, and the businesses, offices on the left, a lot of which have elevators in them. So over the course of this year, I did stop off in the area, film some elevators, and went back, and went back like months later, because I missed several. I was actually in this area, I would say 4 weeks ago. So that right there behind me is the the Yonge and Sheppard Center. Well, that's the shopping mall that I always went to growing up as a kid when I was in elementary school. Most of the times it was with my dad. We used to know a family friend or relative that that worked in an Alterna branch inside 4900 Yonge, which is a federal building. So he would always park at the Yonge Sheppard Center, explore the mall, and take the underground tunnel to like the Madison Center. Some good times, eh? I've always loved this area. It has like a happening vibe, and the fact that it's intersected with two subway lines, the Yonge University and Sheppard lines, respectively. This office complex here has had both of their elevators modernized. But yeah, see, you got typical suburban housing on the right. But hey, at least you're a very short walking distance from the major subway station. You can also catch GO buses on the street. And there's some modernized Dover elevators in there. Despite that they're modernized like very recently, they were still pretty cool. They're all glass. And I think the building next door has original Dovers from 1992 that I filmed. But yeah, there were several times where I've been like walking like almost the entire stretch between Yonge and Bayview, because I was like scouting, I was like making sure I didn't miss anything, and I got all the sources from other YouTubers that have filmed elevators in the past, as well as like keeping an eye on for other buildings that probably people may have never filmed before. And of course, the days are getting shorter. almost the holiday season, and yesterday I met up with a couple of friends who are also YouTubers. We went to the tree lighting ceremony at the Eden Center. Bare Naked Ladies was there. Hey, look, there's a dance. Oh yeah, this is the Russian classical ballet. Right in there, you can literally see them. So I didn't film an elevator in this building. I don't really think that the elevators in that building are original, but the ones in the next one are. But it was a lot of fun. We met up with, of course, Henry, who was live streaming, as well as another dude whom I haven't met before. Yeah, they look modernized. I called it. I called that shit. And here is Kenneth Avenue, I should say. And that tow truck's got like flashing lights on it, or on the side at least. Maybe zoom in here on the street sign. You know, after this, I was gonna go back to Sheppard Yonge and maybe film a bus ride, but by the time I get back there, it's gonna be quite dark. So this might be the only walking video I'll film, unless like I see something else. And also, tomorrow's gonna be a pretty shitty day, so gotta take advantage of tonight. And also tomorrow is an afternoon start for the Toronto Maple Leafs as they're in Stockholm, Sweden. They're playing 2 games this weekend in Sweden. Yeah, so I filmed I filmed a couple of elevators in this building, all original Dovers with Dewhurst fixtures. And of course, like many other property, they all got their Christmas trees up. I think tonight is also the tree lighting ceremony at the Distillery District's Christmas market. You know, that's not really what it's called anymore, but it has returned this year. Hopefully I'll get to go later this month or next month. But I was talking about yesterday, though, where I hung out with Henry, Yahya, and a couple other buddies. It was really good to spend some time with them. Of course, I made like 2 videos during our meetup. And then Henry dipped us. So there was like 4 of us, me, Liam, Yahya, and Mikey. So we noticed that Johnny Strides went live, and he started his stream at Union Station. But we were at Bay and Queen. But he wasn't too far anyway, so might as well like we just started going. You see, I can't even tell if there's an elevator in there. Yeah, I'm not gonna even try. Also on the door it says do not knock, so you gotta use the buzzer. So it's not really guaranteed. As I was saying, of course, I think Johnny walks a little fast, so we were like all running at times, trying to catch up with him, and we finally did at the Well, which is a brand new shopping complex. It's very nice inside. They have a brand new Indigo bookstore, as well as a New York City style pizza shop I tried 3 weeks ago. See new apartments going up. And we caught up with him. So it was great seeing Johnny once again. And it was a fun night. Oh, and on my way, I wanted to do a quick video at DuPont Station. You know, I don't do these subway station tours anymore. There's a squirrel in a construction site. I literally saw him, but you won't be able to get out through the other side. This is an investor building. There's an Otis Series 1 in there, but I wouldn't mind. Yeah, I always pass by this place, and I hesitate to get inside because you know, they always have their strict like policies like entering, or like if you have a reason. I did film a Northern in this building though not too long ago. As we're coming up to Willowdale Avenue. And there's a Timmy's. You know, I noticed a Starbucks at inside the Sheppard Yonge station just like closed down. Of course, a lot of our fast food or / restaurant chains are just disappearing in well-known parts of the city. There's the 85. But that's just the infrequent branch, which overlaps with Subway. And my buddy Yahya lives up the street from here, but we're not going to be passing by where he lives because that's just east of Bayview subway station. I mean, I don't want to exactly dox him, but he does live around the Bayview and Sheppard intersection. So I don't know if I'll run into him, because I know he goes to school in Willowdale, and he's always at Sheppard Yonge station. And then, and most of the times, like, he just takes the 85 to go home. So what if he sees me? Hey, you think there'd be an elevator in there? Yeah, that was pretty much my day yesterday. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do today. I was thinking of filming like electric bus rides, but the timing wasn't that good. So I decided, okay, let me just go to North York and like see if I can still catch anything, but I'm already against doing that now because it's gonna get dark pretty soon. Yeah, this might be a short-lived outing. I just had a last-minute idea, you know, while I was on the 14 to, you know, make a walking video along this part of Sheppard. I think I've been to this Popeyes location once. So it was at that Subway. I recognize the apartment building up ahead, some brand new one. I think that might be east of Bayview. I don't know. Either way, we'll be getting there. You see, even I could have filmed a walk in the other direction too, because the sun is just. It's just behind the clouds there. Like, it's slowly getting cloudy by the minute. But it's probably still wouldn't be good for the camera, though. You know, the amount of glare it might get. Which, you know, almost every videographer or photographer doesn't want to have to deal with. There's more of these apartment style offices that only have stairs. And there's a substation around here. When you see that font with the color in there, that's like, you know it's TTC property, even though it doesn't have the logo on it. Or maybe it's oh yeah, maybe that's an emergency exit from the subway tunnels. Yep, I think that's what it is. And I think there's a church around here as well. Thought I was a squirrel for a second. And you got some townhouses on the right. Oh, the People's Church. I've been to this church a couple times actually. And there's a couple office buildings up ahead that have some old elevators in there. One has a Northern and one has an Otis Series 1, which I'll tell you a story now. So it was back in May, right? You know, as I was explaining, you know, I often came to this stretch and scouted some elevators. And inside there, oh wait, I think that's the next building up ahead. I'll show you what I mean, but I thought I was gonna get stuck in an elevator. That was like my first ever feeling of that. So, like, okay, so I was following my usual thing, right? And then for some reason, like, like we went down to the bottom level, and then for some reason, okay, we weren't moving, but we were going slow as a freaking snail. I couldn't tell if we were like stuck or we were just moving very slowly. And to me, that was like nerve-wracking. Like I wasn't sure what to do because again, like I couldn't tell if we were stuck or we were just moving very slow. I felt kind of scared. So then I pushed a button, the ground level, in hopes of getting me back up there, which I did, but the doors are not even open at the bottom. So that was a major fail, and I haven't even been back to that building since. There it is right there. Rain Spa and Salon. But yeah, it was an Otis Series 1. I was just going down to the basement very, very slow. Like, I might have been stuck in there for like 3 minutes, and then just finally, it finally brought me back up to the lobby. I didn't really, and it was a very bad take, and I decided to get rid of the footage, so. Which I probably might have regret because, you know, when you get stuck in elevators or almost stuck, it's a good lesson. Almost every elevator enthusiast has filmed their experience of getting stuck or almost. But still, I think getting stuck in a freaking elevator is one of the almost most scariest things ever. There's so many things to get scared of. But getting like trapped in a freaking room for God knows how long, yeah, that is just scary AF. Yeah, it's this building right here on the right. I hear a siren. Well, we are almost at Bayview Avenue, where I will wrap things up. Notice that I haven't crossed over to the south side, but that was because the north side here, there's like a lot more interesting things to see than on the south side. Yeah, I'm guessing a lot of these apartments, they were probably built in the late 90s, early to mid 2000s. I think this might have been all for anticipation of the Sheppard line, because you must not forget the Sheppard line opened in November of 2002, so coming up to the 21-year anniversary of the line. But at the time, politicians and citizens weren't really pleased, because it was a stubway, like a white elephant. It just went to like nowhere. But past 20 years, a lot of developments, as I just mentioned, has sprung up, and with a lot more of these new developments, it means obviously more people will be living in those units, and therefore the line would see more ridership. But at first, it was very low, and we probably won't see it get extended to Scarborough like promised before from Lastman. I mean, that was his original idea, but at the time, Mike Harris was like, fuck that shit. Yes, there's a glass Montgomery elevator in this building that I filmed. It's really nice inside. But thanks to Lastman, who was the first mayor of the megacity of Toronto, he saved the line. But the line has pretty much remained unchanged since its opening in 2002. But Metrolinx has just started its consultations on the Sheppard East extension, and the whole debate's a long story. I'll just save it for another time. Anyway, we're now at Bayview and Sheppard, and I'm gonna end things off here and head into the subway, and maybe we'll just start heading back home. Another short-lived outing. So guys, thank you very much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. As always, stay tuned for more videos. Check out my others as well. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Take care, adios, and bye-bye.